Well, that's right, Mfundo, as the MEC for Roads and Transport continues to have a meeting inside with the various stakeholders. Remember a bit earlier on, she'd met with stakeholders which she conceded were the wrong people. She's had to go back inside after she came back to address the community. And the community basically did not want to hear from her, saying that the people that she was having consultations with inside over the ongoing violence here in Soweto between e-hailing drivers as well as taxi drivers are not the right people that she met around the table. So they've had to go back inside and have discussions now. And the community leaders that she's meeting with now are basically saying that they're going to continue with their protest action. They do not want Maponya Mall to be open for the next 7 days. That is the mourning period for the late e-hailing driver Thokozisi Mvelase, who sadly was killed yesterday. And I mean, we've heard a bit earlier on that he'd only been in Johannesburg for, is it 2 weeks? I understand, 2 weeks, yes. And he'd only been an e-hailing driver for 3 days. I'm hearing from the family now. And I want to bring in two of the late e-hailing drivers' aunts who've been here. They've been inconsolable. I want to start, maybe if you could also come just this way, Sis Mpumi and Sis Sanele. Sis Sanele, I mean, this is absolutely devastating. I mean, your relative had just come to Johannesburg. He had just started as an e-hailing driver. This is devastating news for your family.
Yes, no, most definitely. I mean, he was so excited when he left KZN, like, Auntie, I'm coming. I got this car that I'm going to drive as an Uber. So things are going to come right for me. And then he starts and then we get the news and we're like, I didn't even know how to break it to his mother because his mother worships the grounds he walks on. He's the only child. So I didn't even know how to tell my own sister that I had to ask the neighbor. I didn't have the guts because I know how much she loves him. So for her to go, for him to just pass the way that it happened, we don't have a problem that it happened, but how it happened, that's the biggest problem here. And the mere fact that the officials are not saying anything to us, they haven't communicated with us. We went to them this morning, they told us at this stage it's still fresh. It's still from like what really happened, because by the time we came here last night, he was already in ashes. So we just wanted to know what really happened so that I can be able to report back home what really happened. So they're asking me at home what really happened. Like the officials are not talking to us. Don't think they're just saying it might take 2 to 3 weeks. We don't have 2 to 3 weeks. We cannot let my sister sit down there not knowing what's happening with her son, how bad her son was injured. You know, she's just hearing hearsay. If they can just communicate with us, then we know exactly what is going on and just speed up the process. 2 to 3 weeks is too much to grieve unknowingly what really happened to your son.
Sister Mpumi, you've been trying to hold it together, but it's very difficult for all of you as a family.
It has been a long day. Imagine receiving a phone call at 10 p.m. to say, hey, this is what's happening, and being here the whole day just trying to find out what is going on. So it has been a very traumatic experience as well. We are each other's support system, so to sit here the whole day and running up and down and trying to figure out what is going on, it's taking a toll. So you can imagine what the mother is going through back at home. And we thank the community for showing the love. The communities came out in numbers, but that's still not enough, because tonight it could be the one of their own that's been gunned down or torched up, like our beloved one has been torched up in this senseless killing. This is one of those senseless killing that we experience on a daily basis in South Africa. Can the MEC and the president actually get involved in this? Family members are losing brothers, mothers are losing their sons, and kids are losing their fathers in the process of the senseless killing. Can they help us also with this post-mortem? Because apparently it's going to take a bit long, so we can't wait in the dark to find out what's going on. We know what's going on, they know what's going on, but they can't confirm what is going on. Because one of the things that we're told is yes, you guys are telling us that this is your nephew, but we don't know. We need confirmation, so we need to conduct the DNA test and all of that. So now can someone high up there please speed up the process, and please don't let us wait for the 3 weeks that we are told that we might have to wait to get it back. We even went as far as calling Lancet, and Lancet was going on for 12 weeks? They said 12 weeks to get the results. So what are we going to do during that time? What is the mother going to do during that time?
And Chriselda, it's that wait for you as the family that is just devastating.
Exactly. It's what's going on at home. They're in the dark. I'm right here in Joburg, and I'm also in the dark. A different story if maybe I was updated and be able to comfort them, but I've got nothing. I don't know. They're calling me every 2 minutes. What's going on? What's going on? What really happened? What happens from now? We've never gone through such, so we don't know what is expected. So we just need them as officials to just tell us the process. Okay, this is what's going to happen. They just said we need to wait for them, wait for their call.
Chriselda Lewis, I promise not to keep you long because I can understand. It's been very, very difficult since this morning. You've been here. I think as the community stands with you, everyone is looking for answers as to this senseless killing. I think that's definitely what it can be referred to without me sounding as if I'm being biased. It's yet another incident, a senseless killing of an e-hailing driver. Thank you very much to you both. Thank you, Ma. Two family members of Mthokozisi Mvelase. That is the name put to the e-hailing driver that was killed yesterday. And of course, there are two others that still remain in hospital at the moment. And the sense at this stage is that the MEC, out of this meeting that she is in now, needs to come with tangible solutions that are going to put out the flames, if I may. Just a couple of moments ago, we conducted a live crossing at a taxi that had been torched, which seems to be some kind of allegations of a retaliatory attack. Of course, that's the sense that we got when we spoke to the owner of the taxi as he stood there, and the forensics teams were still combing the scene. So we'll continue our live coverage from here. We still await what the outcome will be of that meeting taking place with the MEC, and certainly the community is not going to leave that meeting without having its demands met and written on a piece of paper.
Chriselda, thank you very much for that reportage. We will certainly touch base as soon as the MEC has concluded that meeting with all relevant stakeholders.